10 right now, and my mom came in yesterday from Hawaii, so we kind of just had a day of shopping and kind of just chilling. She had like a really bad leg cramp spasm at like 4 in the morning, so my grandma and I were awake with her, just helping her through it until probably 5:30, and then we kind of just we were just gonna stay up, so we're gonna have to leave soon anyways. It started snowing today, which was really nice. Well, not really, because it kind of makes the roads difficult to drive on, but we went to 2 different thrift stores. I stopped at the Dollar Tree just to grab some stuff that my mom wanted, but the thrift stores were really good. I got like a humongous bag of stuff, and I'm happy with what I got. I found some like Nike sweatpants, because I don't really have sweatpants. I have like yoga pants and like pajama shorts. I have sweatpants, so that'll be nice with how the weather is going colder. And I found a Patagonia like pullover, which I'm very excited for. And I looked it up, it would have been like $110, and I got it for 50 cents, which is crazy. Doing laundry right now, I'm washing all the stuff I just bought, so it'll be nice and clean. And I found an X-Files book, which I'm really excited to read. I started reading it, and it's already kind of crazy. Our guy gets murdered by like nuclear bees. But I'm video editing last week's video, because I haven't done that yet. And I'm gonna try and do some writing, because I haven't been writing as much. Yeah, let's get into it. Hey guys, so I'm waiting in the car because my mom, my grandma, and we just went and we got lunch at Red Robin, which is like, it was good. I don't think I've ever eaten at Red Robin before, at least I don't remember it. But I kind of parked far away because I thought the entrance was at the back, and it actually wasn't, so my fault. But I got the car, pulled it up, waiting for them to come out. It is taking a while, which I don't understand. It took me 2 minutes to walk out of the car. I've already been waiting out here 5 minutes. Where they are, I do not know. Might drive off without them. But earlier today, my grandma, I took her to her doctor's appointment. Oh, there they are. Took her to a doctor's appointment. Then we got library cards, because she hasn't had one in like 6 years, and I don't have one for Pittsburgh. So I got a library card, so I'm going to check out some books on Libby later. There they are. Let's go.
That I brought with me. I can leave that downstairs, but I want to check it out a little bit, but I don't have to do it right now.
I don't like keeping my nails. It's very
coffee. Let's go see Spider-Man again. We've got popcorn.
Hey guys, so it's a bit later in the day. Honestly, it's almost midnight, but because of the time change, it would have been like 10:50. But we did have the time change, so it's almost midnight, and I'm gonna get ready to go to bed probably in the next 10 minutes, anyways. But so today I got to see Spider-Man again. It was kind of funny. I went with my mom to the movie theater, and she got the tickets, and I think she said 2 for Superman, and which they're not playing Superman. So they gave us the tickets, and we get to the theater, and I open the door, and it's Batman music. I'm like, this is not correct. But the theater right next to it was playing Spider-Man, so we just went in there, which is like what we wanted to see. So we got to see Spider-Man. I saw it in Sweden, but my mom hasn't seen it before, and she hasn't really seen any of the Marvel movies, so she was like out of the loop. And I didn't know this until we left, but apparently she fell asleep in the first 10 minutes. She's like, I fell asleep and the lawyers came in. I'm like, why did you want to go to the movies and see this movie if you were gonna fall asleep? It was like noon. But c'est la vie. So we watched that movie, and then after that, I was like, because I know my mom she always has gift cards, and I'm like, do you want to go to Starbucks? Because I know you have a Starbucks gift card, and the one is like 2 minutes from the movie theater. She's like, I've never been to a Starbucks, actually. I'm like, you're 58 years old. How have you never been to a Starbucks? But anyway, we go to Starbucks, in the line, so long, so many cars. But the car, so we go in, it's like 15 minutes, and my mom's like, I've never gone to Starbucks because I can't justify spending $5 on a cup of coffee. I'm like, well, we have gift cards, so you're not really spending money on it. Which I know that's not how it works, but it's how my mind thinks about it. So like, we wait in line, we order our coffee. My mom got like a grande ice caramel cold brew, and it had like a cold foam. And then I got that, but vanilla. And so we go to pay. We have the gift cards and everything. And the cashier, she was like, oh, the people in front of you decided to pay for you. And my mom was like, really, that's like the first time I've been to Starbucks and they decide to pay for our drinks. So free Starbucks, always a good day. Made my mom super happy. I'm like, how did these people know how to make my mom love Starbucks? And she loves it. She's like, she's like, it's like the best coffee she's ever had. She's like, it wasn't bitter, it wasn't like dark. I'm like, 'cause I don't think my mom puts sugar in coffee, and that's probably why she didn't like it before. But she liked it from Starbucks, and it was good. Then we came home, and I called and I talked to my little sister a little bit, and she was telling me about like her art school problems, about how this one girl in her class copied one of her designs. Not like the design, but the idea of it, and kind of like the whole layout of it with like the characters and kind of the design style, and like how the teacher hasn't said anything yet. So that the art school tea, always interesting. Then we had like a roast beef for dinner, which was delicious. That it was like my grandma put it in. It was in there for like 6 hours. The whole house just smells like roast beef. And then we watched an old movie from like 1946. I think it's like Dick Tracy Detective or something. It was actually kind of interesting. There was like action scenes, and for like 1946, I thought the action was pretty good. Like they threw someone through a skylight. Yeah. And then got ready for bed, and then came down here. And I've been having like not writer's block, but like I haven't had time, and I haven't had like the energy or attention span to actually write anything. But I don't know. I came down here earlier and I wrote a short story. It's like 688 words, called The Moon Man, and I like it so far. I edited it a little bit, and I added it to my horror short story collection, which that's at 9 short stories, which is kind of exciting. It's just slowly getting built up. And then I started outlining a different kind of work in progress called Severance that I'm still kind of thinking about and how I want to like approach it, because I want to try, instead of just writing this, like she said this, then this happened, I want to be a lot more tonal. I'm reading John Green's An Abundance of Catherines right now. I got it from the library. I've read all of John Green's other books except An Abundance of Catherines. So I figured like I have to read this book just to like finish the John Green canon. And like I do get what people say about how like John Green writes like the Pixie Girl and all of that. Like this book feels like very self congratulatory. I don't know. It feels like it's self fan fiction or like an insert for John Green. But yes, I am not the one who's written best-selling novels he is, so it must appeal to a lot of people. And I don't usually like reading books with male protagonists, so we're gonna get through it. But yeah, I do like it's, when you're writing, it's not just writing, it's like doing research and reading other books to get ideas and inspiration. Because John Green, he does give like a lot of facts, especially in Abundance of Catherines. I feel like I'm getting just facts interspersed with the narrative of Colin and Hassan and Lindsay. But you also get like this character introspection and all of that, but it's not like the character's telling you, he's exploring it with different perspectives and literary analysis and all of that. So like that. But I do want to finish it. It's not my favorite John Green book, not by far. And then, so I wrote that short story. I outlined a bit of work in progress for Severance, and now I have gone to The Masked Lover, which was this story kind of inspired by like Bridgerton. So it's like 1800s, the Ton, England kind of society and romance, because sometimes I feel like when it comes to writing romance stories that they're not important, which I feel is kind of, which like when I say that, I'm not saying that romance stories are unimportant. I'm saying that's how I feel like society has made me think about romance stories, that they're kind of secondary, that they really don't have any like insight to the human condition, whereas like in American culture and Western society, romance is such a large part of our culture that by like seeing and understanding and communicating a romance can show so much about a certain cultural value and ideas, and like romance is so integral that by dismissing it, you're kind of dismissing what our culture values. So I'm writing romance, which is something I love to do because you get to like make it cute. And this one has a girl with like her whole family who are like in high society, and then a masquerade. That's why it's called The Masked Lover or Love's Masquerade. I don't know which title I like best. And kind of just exploring love through like a mask, like not knowing each other's identity, and then like the big reveal, which will be fun. I only have like one chapter done so far, and it's about 2,500 words, and I feel like that's actually pretty good. because we kind of get an introduction to our main character and then into the love interest. But I don't want to bring him back into like chapter 3 or 4 because I want to have more on the main character. I don't really have a set name for her. I'm just calling her Elle for now. Yeah, that's kind of my update. I like realized like with my mom and my grandma, I don't really like do so many updates if I'm not like in the car by myself because I'm like self-conscious about it. But yes, I am going to wrap up for the night and I'll check in with you tomorrow. My mom and I are going to church to help volunteer and set up a clothing sale / drive that they fundraise for. So I'm in the car in front of a church right now. My mom and I are here because we're help setting up like the clothing closet because they sell clothes for like 20 cents for like the church charity and everything, and then people get like cheap clothes, but it needs to be set up, so we're just like organizing, going through clothes. We've already been here like over an hour and a half, and I started to like get grumpy because she's like going through things I've already gone through. I'm like, they're in piles, you're disturbing in the piles. So I came out to the car and I'm like, we're gonna have a snack and we're gonna chill out. You don't need to be grumpy for this. But I just finished my snack and we need to go back in the car, back in the church. She's just gonna be like, where did she go? We're gonna go back inside. I don't wanna go back inside. We got to the point where we don't have any more space to hang anything up. I don't like it. Let's go. The donations, well, not the donations, but the going through stuff is done now. And because like, my mom likes to come do this because you get to like hang everything up and you get to look at it first before it goes into the clothing closet. So she kind of looked at everything. She got like 2 shopping bags, like a big black garbage bag of clothes, and like if anything she doesn't end up liking, she'll just donate it back, which I find hilarious. But it's the circle of life. And yeah, it's good because like she not only helped them, but she gave them money for the day. I need to clean my purse out. Goodness gracious. There's literally like oranges and lip gloss. And then I'm just waiting for it to come out. But I have not been doing well with writing at all. And I don't know why. I usually really like it, but I've just kind of struggled with like finding the time for it here. And I'm happy with like what I got done last night. Because I think after I talked to you guys, I worked more on like Love's Masquerade and I did a lot of the outlining for the start of the story. Don't know where she is. I did a lot of like the outlining for the start of the story. So see how that goes. I really like it so far. It's kind of, I want to be like I was talking about, like tonal with how I tell stories. I just don't want like I don't want it to be subject verb object, or like you know what I mean. Like it's just like, it's not A happened because of B. I want A happened and then we're gonna think about it and then B, because I notice I either do too much exposition or I don't do enough, and I want to work on that. I need to find a good medium. But I have a phone call at 3 o'clock with someone in San Francisco, which I'm excited for because I would love to go to San Francisco and stay. I was there like 7 years ago and I really liked it. I've always wanted to go back, so it'd be great if I could like do that. It would be great to do that. And I have like 40 minutes until then, so I'm going to read some of An Abundance of Catherines. When we were at that house, like some dirty roof water fell in my eye, and that I have been blinking like this all day. Do you have stylish one? You have stylish always laundry. And I'm going to work on writing for a bit. I think it's 9:06. It might be 10:06. Let me check. It's 10:06. That means it's 4:06 right now in Hawaii, because that's my laptop is still in Hawaii time, even though I left in June. But we're going to write for a bit. I kind of left off with the start of chapter 2, and I did outline up until, let me see, I think I outlined probably until like chapter 5 or 6. Yes, so I kind of need to figure out where that outline fits, because whenever I outline, it's like I'm really good, I outline, and then like 6 sections into the outline, I start just writing scenes. And then I have to figure out, like, after I write the before, how those fit in, because like the story changes when you write it, and all of that kind of stuff. But yes, we're going to work on that, and I am going to San Francisco. I agreed to the house sit. It's in Japantown, which I think will be really cool, and I get to be in San Francisco for like 2 weeks. And that is in 10 days, so I need to like figure everything out. My suitcase is like exactly 62 inches, which is as big as a check suitcase can be at the airport. So I don't know if I'm gonna take it or not. I might do a duffel bag, just so that way I need to figure it out if I can like take duffel bags on these flights, because then I don't have to like be worrying about getting a checked bag every time the flight is changing or like whatever, or especially like when I leave the US and go into the EU and have to go through the customs, and usually you have to get your bag and check it back in and all of that. So those are all things I'm going to consider. I do not want to update my laptop. Nothing to. It's kind of bittersweet. It's like I leave the day of or day after my mom leaves, so then my grandma will be like instantly by herself, which makes me sad. Like my jean jacket, I don't know if I've talked about this, but like the button fell off and it's been annoying me. I find annoyance in the simplest of things. But like she showed me how to like do buttons today, because we took one off the back and put it on the front, and then we sewed on a different button onto the back, because I don't care about the back because nobody sees it. But yeah, bittersweet. And then I need to start packing and like figuring out what I'm gonna bring. Stuff that will be good for San Francisco, and then stuff that'll be good for Dusseldorf, because I'm gonna fly straight from San Francisco, probably a stop in Copenhagen to Dusseldorf. Yes, I'm going to be very busy next like month, because I won't be in Dusseldorf for like a month. But very busy. I need to get the key. It just cleared US Customs. He mailed it like 2 weeks ago. It just cleared US Customs. So here's hoping it gets here before I have to leave, because I would feel bad if it like never got here. I also gotta finish the library books that I got at the library before I leave, so I gotta read that, but I'm gonna write now. I gotta stop being distracted. So that's right. It's the document's at 5,000 words right now, but a lot of that is the outline, and the reason why the outline added so many, like 3,000 words, is because I wrote scenes. So there's already like some of the work in progress, but like how I had written it, it's not spaced at all. It's like a chunk of a paragraph, so I'm going to be annoyed with that when I get to those parts. Now we're just gonna work on chapter 2. I look messy, but today I kind of worked on cleaning out downstairs and kind of like seeing if things fit, or cause like some of the stuff I've bought I haven't tried on yet, so I tried it on. Things that don't fit I'm gonna donate, and the things that like aren't for the right season, because I have some stuff for stuff but not a lot, are in the suitcases. It's very messy down here. Because it's my sister things, and she hasn't been here in 5 years, but like no one wants to touch them, because like she hasn't been here, but she's going to be here in May, so I can't disturb her too much. But basically, clean down here. The key for Dusseldorf, because the guy mailed the key because he's going to leave after I get there. It was delivered this morning. There's nobody home. 3 people are here right now. So it's undelivered and they're already returning it to Germany, which just got through customs yesterday. I'm like, what's going on? That's crazy. So hopefully they'll try again tomorrow. Or the neighbor will give me the key again. That's worrying. But yeah. My mom and I were going to go see Uncharted in like half an hour, so I'm going to try and read some of Abundance of Catherine for them. I'm almost there. I think I have like 50 pages left. But I want to finish this today.